everyone, welcome to Leveraging Your Organic Reach with Kim Shepard, Shepard Marketing. That's me. Just wanted to give you a quick little rundown on who Shepard Marketing is. If you do not know, I started this business 7 years ago with one client, and since then we have had a total of over 80 clients, managing about 10 at a time. We do strategy around your marketing, from inbound technology, marketing technology, lead generation, online advertising in the form of pay-per-click, promotional products, and even language translation. I work with a team that is in the US as well as global, and we just work really, really hard for our clients. We want to make sure that our clients are well prepared for the market that they're in, that they're not wasting any money, that they are getting a return on their investment, and bottom line, bringing in more customers and more clients. I started Shepard Marketing to offer clients everything that they need and nothing that they do not need. Most businesses don't have a full-time marketer on staff, but you still need to follow best practices to reach the right people at the right time to become customers and create business for life and residual income. I'm also the founder of Marketing Masters, which is an international mastermind group for marketers. And we meet once a month and just chat about everything to do with marketing best practices and how we can continually offer the best services for our clients. We specialize in strategy and analytics. We do a lot of branding and rebranding. We also do co-branding and mergers and things like that to make everything cohesive and consistent across all platforms. We provide marketing infrastructure and strong web presence. We write content. We work with a partner on customized software solutions. We have a partner in language translation. We have a partner in Google Ads setup and continuous support. Our partners specialize in CRM and marketing automation as well, and customized promotional merchandise. We seamlessly design and develop marketing in a thoughtful, comprehensive manner to help our partners thrive. We deliver a full suite of integrated marketing capabilities, from inbound strategy, language translation, the technology, online advertising, promotional products, lead generation. It all needs to work together for a strong user experience and to ultimately lead to sales. Have you thought about what you can do for little or no cost? Are you currently utilizing your network? Please feel free to put your answers in the chat. I'll give it about a minute and then see what everyone is saying. And maybe you haven't thought about it like this, but when you're not strategizing and using what you already have to be successful, you may be missing out if you're focusing too much on everything that you're doing that is a paid for effort. Okay. It looks like we have about 40% say yes, that they've thought about what they can do for little or no cost. And utilizing your current network. Okay, so that's good. It's about 50-50 that are either thinking about this or doing this. Thank you for your answers. So this is how you can increase your organic reach, and along with a sound marketing strategy. Consistent messaging is extremely important. Whatever you're telling your customers, you need to tell them again and again and again. Whatever you are saying does not necessarily need to be reinvented every time on every platform and every situation. You know who you are, just get very clear and concise on what it is that you're trying to do, what it is you're offering people, how you're different from your competitors, and so forth. Social media invitations. This is important to reach your organic audience. The average person knows several thousand people. So Sometimes that translates to online and sometimes it doesn't. But if you do have a web presence on Facebook or LinkedIn for your business, you want to make sure that you're inviting all of those contacts that you're connected to follow your business pages. So it's very simple. You just go into an area to the right-hand side, usually on LinkedIn, that says invite connections, and then you click as many people or whoever you want to follow you. As far as I'm concerned, I ask everyone to follow myself and all of my customers. I have several hundred connections on both platforms, LinkedIn and Facebook. And I try to make sure that everybody knows what I'm doing and what I'm involved in so that the word can spread. Because if you don't tell anybody, nobody knows. You want to post regularly on these platforms. You want to make sure that people understand that you're an expert at what you do and they can use you as a resource, whether or not they can do business with you. That reputation will spread and ultimately bring you more business. Email automation. Typically use Constant Contact for this. You want to get an email out there once or twice a month about what you're doing, the services you offer, expert advice, things like that, any specials that you're offering, any information that your audience might be interested in, even if it's not necessarily related to the business. For example, if you hear about something going on in your area that is, a fun, free event, you might want to include that. You might want to highlight one of your partners. You might want to highlight your employees or a local business and reciprocate with them, perhaps put them on your website and exchange backlinks and things like that. Anytime you do networking, you want to make sure you schedule time to follow up with everybody that you met or the people that make sense to follow up with. You don't want to let that opportunity to pass you by. You didn't show up there for no reason. You want to make sure that you're following up with your networking contacts, you're offering them something of value, and just staying in touch with them and letting them know that, you care and you're there to help them in their businesses as well. And just maintain those relationships. And you can make sure that you do that through email marketing automation. Google My Business is also extremely important. Almost as, if not more important than your website. You want to make sure that your Google My Business page is filled in completely with all of your contact information, your hours, location, if you have a brick and mortar business, things like that. It's also going to be the place where people notice your reviews and are able to leave reviews and also just see how you respond. Google My Business is extremely important for people to see how businesses are responding to both good and bad reviews. It's all about taking constructive criticism, not defending your business. You want to always make sure that you are somewhat neutral. It's very difficult when it's your business, but you want to be neutral, professional, handle the situation, and then move on. And if you've rectified a negative situation, there's nothing wrong with asking them to take down or to change their review. So Google My Business is really speaking for you. So make sure that you're kind of guiding the narrative a little bit. Adding to your contact lists. This goes back to Constant Contact. Your contacts could be friends, family, business associates, customers. They could be networking partners. They could be employees. You could have multiple lists and send different messages to each. And you want to nurture all of those relationships by staying in contact with them, if not personally, at least through email marketing automation. Getting a newsletter out, letting people know who you are, what you're about, what's been going on, what they can expect from you going forward, new innovations, things like that. If you truly are an expert in your field, you probably want to try to do a webinar or a speaking engagement on that topic. For example, if you're a garage waterproofing and repair company and you're going to a garage conference, you want to try to submit a presentation to speak at that event so people understand that you're not just a table with a banner. You are actually, a living, breathing person with expertise in that area that they can come to with questions. Consistent messaging in general. You might have to post or send your company description and various other information about your company over and over again for different purposes. Sometimes this description is just in your boilerplate on a PR press release. It could be in the about section of your website. It could be in the about section of your social media pages. Make sure that that message that can be seen publicly and also on Google My Business, that's at least 5 places that I've just mentioned, they all say the same thing so that people are not wondering who you are. Is this the same company? It looks different. The colors are off. Is this an old page? You want people to know exactly, this is your company. This is who you are, both visually and also in writing. So you want to have some internal messaging filed safely so you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you're asked something about your company. You should have different versions for different circumstances as well. Social media invitations. This goes back to what I said before. The average person knows 600 people. I think millennials know about 2,000. Many of you are connected to them on social media. You want to invite them to learn more about you and your company. All you need to do is when you're in the super admin view of your company page, you go to admin tools and it's the first item right there, invite connections. And then you'll be able to invite people and they'll start seeing everything that you're doing online, all your posts. Posting regularly. This is what I would call a branded post. It's got my logo on it. It's got some of my imagery, which is the mountains in the background. I've labeled it verified review so people can actually go to social media and see this word for word review that was left by someone. And then obviously how many stars, if it's a Google My Business post, which this is, and then the name of the person. And the reason why this is important is because of a thing called social proof. Social proof is not just saying that somebody said something nice about you, but actually showing that somebody said something nice about you. And they're telling the world, they're not just telling you and giving you a pat on the back, which is nice, but doesn't really help you get more business. Email automation. It's important that your leads hear from you with the right message at the right time. Setting up workflows with email automation will make sure that you don't forget to send those important documents when they're needed the most. Sometimes you can use your CRM for that. Sometimes you use Constant Contact for that. Networking and follow-up. When you own a business, networking becomes increasingly important. Whether or not you like it, you are in sales when you have a business. You want to make sure you add everyone you know to your contact lists in your CRM and also in your constant contact account. Sorry. The reason why it's important to add it to your CRM, if you have one, is so that you can categorize those people and put them in a certain stage within your pipeline, and then you know what actions to take from there. So, LinkedIn is a useful tool. You want to make sure your profile is updated and branded, and that you give and ask for recommendations and connect right away on the platform after you've met someone, so you can see what each other is about and keep in touch more regularly, send messages, refer people to each other, etc., more easily through a message within the system. In-person networking with fellow members of associations and clubs, as well as chambers, leads groups, all help build your reputation as a reliable and consistent member of your business community and your industry, and eventually may become customers. Your Google My Business presence, this is what it looks like. It used to be just Google Maps or Google Locations. They keep changing the name of it, but currently it's called Google My Business. When you Google a business, Shepherd Marketing, for example, this is what you'll see. Now we've got a few more reviews than that. But when you're editing, you want to make sure you're filling out every aspect. Your about section, here's that description again. Contact information, location, hours. Hours also include holiday hours if you closed on a particular holiday that you observe. There's more information as well. This is where people can see all of your reviews. And then there'll be a button here, get more reviews, and that will give you a short link to send people exactly where they need to go to write a review on your page. And a lead can come from anywhere, which is why all of this is extremely important to get right and to do all of these things on the back end. So you're not unintentionally misrepresenting your own business. Recently, a client realized that since they used to be closed on Sundays and no longer are closed on Sundays, they couldn't understand why they were slow. Well, the reason why they were slow on Sundays was because their Google My Business page still said that they were closed on Sundays. And that changed as soon as we made sure that everyone knew that they were open just by unchecking that box. All your leads should be recorded somewhere, not just to your phone or your email, such as Outlook or Yahoo or Gmail, whatever you're using. You should also add everything to your CRM. You should always nurture relationships online and in person. Follow your contacts on social media, invite them to like your page, link in with them and send a message or call every so often. Put it on your calendar to make it a priority, even if it's weekly. You can always move that if something more important comes up, but try not to get past that without going through that exercise weekly or monthly, but on a regular basis to make sure that you are touching base with people you should be touching base with. You can even create your own industry page or group and invite everyone to invite everyone. So it doesn't cost anything to share a page, invite people to like a page. Doesn't even take that long to do it, but it will increase your organic reach. Excuse me. Go to networking events, host an event yourself, or stop by a job site, stop by a client, stop by a customer, or even just where they hang out. If you're passing a place, that could be a good place for getting exposure. For example, a mobile pet grooming business just happens to drive past a dog park. Things like that all make a difference. People will see your sign, they will see your brand, they'll make note of it, and that would be another touch point to get them to where they need to make a decision and utilize your services, and then call upon you to do so. Meet your referral partners for lunch or invite them to play golf. Nurture these relationships because it's not about getting their business, it's about getting the business of the people that they know as well. Webinars and speaking engagements. Share your knowledge, create a video series on social media, host a webinar or be a guest on a webinar series like I'm doing right now. Apply to speak at conferences, sponsor a breakfast or lunch through your networking groups like a chamber of commerce or an association, anything like that that you might be interested in. And even if you're thinking about joining something and you just want to sponsor to see if it's a good fit, that's also an option. You could be missing opportunities that are right in front of you if you do not promote yourself on a daily basis. Doing something a little bit every day will make a difference. What you do is who you are when you are trying to increase your reach. Leveraging the contacts and groups that you have and who know you so they can promote you as well is extremely important. Poll question, if you could put your answers in, that would be great. Have you learned that you have not what have you learned that you have not thought of before? And was this a good reminder to you of what you already have available to you? I'll give this a minute and then I will see what the responses are. And we'll go from there. Okay, well, it looks like everybody got something out of this webinar. Some people said that they didn't realize they could invite people to like their page. Some people want to know what a CRM is. CRM is a client or customer relationship manager. It's where you put all of your contacts and you can track the progress of where they are in the pipeline before they make a sale. Okay, this is great. Thank you so much. This is a good reminder to you of what you already have available to you. It seems like, yes, that's always a good reminder. Sometimes people check out on LinkedIn. And then when they do, they have a ton of notifications and people to follow up with. Yeah, also tagging is a really good idea. If you have a specific message for someone, but other people can benefit from it, try posting it and tagging that person online so that they also make sure that they see that comment or suggestion. Excellent. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the chat. Doesn't seem like there are any questions at the time, but if you're interested in speaking offline and have any questions, that would be wonderful. Happy to help, happy to answer any questions. Answering questions are free. So please feel free to send me any questions or schedule a time to speak with me if you want to discover any of these things a little bit further. And this is how you can get in touch. Located in Franktown. I can meet clients in person anywhere in the Front Range and anywhere in the world online. Feel free to email me at kim@shepherdmarketing.com or go to my website, shepherdmarketing.com, or even call or text me. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.